All right, hey everybody. I never seem to have enough time to show you videos when we're in class, so I'm going to start recording these videos and putting them online for you so you can see what I'm talking about in the event that we don't have time to get to it. So there's a few videos I want to show you regarding the annelids. The first is this one. I'm going to try and put it on full screen. Let's see how this goes. All right, so this is of a polychaete worm, and what I'm hoping for you to see here, we'll start up the video. So you're seeing a close-up here of this polychaete, and you can clearly see the parapodia here on either side of the body. I'm not sure what this line is. I imagine it has to do with it breathing. Here you can get a sense of the movement of polychaetes. They're clearly aquatic. This one happens to be in a petri dish. Now you can see part of the head. It's pretty well developed compared to other organisms that we've seen. Right now you're not seeing the pharynx ejected. You'll see that in just a moment. But see how, oh, and here you're seeing the underside. So here's the mouth. And this is without the pharynx ejected. In a moment you'll see him push his mouth out. There's a close-up. So you're seeing this from the underside. So the top of the head are those things. There you go. There's the pharynx ejected. You can't quite, you can just see the jaws there. So these guys can do some pretty good damage to you when they like. So now you're starting to see the appearance of some jaws and some defensive structures that we haven't seen in organisms until now. So another thing that you should take home from this is that annelids clearly have well-developed muscles and well-developed nervous system. So their direction of movement is incredibly well-developed. They can move in a variety of different directions. All right, the next video concerns leeches. And this is a funny one that I like that involves Neil deGrasse Tyson. I want to make this one bigger, but not full screen. So here's Neil deGrasse Tyson going into the field with, Mark Siddall. He's at the American Museum of Natural History.
It's looking for a place that it can taste the right substances, salts or acids, whatever comes out of our skin. The palms of my hands are fairly dry. The leech is not going to be able to get the right. She's like tender part. Between your fingers is a fairly good spot. Or between any two other parts of your body. Between your toes, ankles are pretty good. The backs of knees, any place that's nice and soft. I think leeches are slimy, but they're really only slimy when they start to secrete some mucus. He's not going to bite you. He started to bite me. He did not. He was hanging on. That was his back sucker. That is that sucker. Back sucker's the big one. That's the one that sucks the blood? No. No, it's the skinny end is the one that's actually going to be the blood. That's the one that's going to be the blood. Oh, so it's the one looking around. Right. So this one is just. So this one's just for attachment. Just for attachment purposes. sometimes up to a year. We had it in the lab for a year without feeding, and they're perfectly fine.
So this will suck on me and other humans. Any other animal?
This one's actually fishes, but it won't feed on turtles, for example. But that's only one particular kind of leech. There are other leeches that will be out here in this pond that will feed on turtles specifically, or feed on frogs. They're in a family that has a really profound parental care. They actually hold on to their young as they develop, and then carry their offspring to their first bloodlet when they go get their next bloodlet. And that's better than some dinosaurs.
So family values.
Family values and leeches.
Can I hold it again?
Yeah.
Looks like it likes it when I pet him. When I pet him, he's kind of curled up and he's just standing like that. Look at that. I think he likes me.
That leech is scared to death. You gotta like videos with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, now in the video lecture, I told you that not all leeches are aquatic, and they aren't. So here's an example of leeches that are not aquatic. This is in the Himalayas. And you can see the leeches here attached to all these leaves, and watch what they do relative to someone approaching them. I'm going to turn the music down. So they're just hanging out. But if you wave your hand, they can sense you, and they can sense the heat, they can sense the sweat from your hands. And so they're just waiting to find somebody that they can attach to and get a blood meal from. But see, they don't react to the stick because they don't sense any heat or chemical signature from the stick, but the hand they do. And they're hanging on with their back suckers and waving around their front suckers to try and attach. And they can also locomote that way with their suckers, right? And of course, using their muscles, they can attach with one and pull over. Oh, you can see them doing this kind of an inchworm thing there. There you go. Interesting, huh? Okay, now let's talk about some earthworm stuff. So we talked about mating earthworms. Let's see. Yep. And then, oh yeah, let me show you the locomotion first. So I mentioned how they alternately use their circular muscles with their longitudinal muscles. And you can see a little bit of that here in this video of earthworm locomotion. So if you constrict your circular muscles, you'll stretch forwards. And then as he then alternates and starts constricting his longitudinal muscles, the body pulls up behind him. Then constrict the circular muscles and they stretch forward. And then the longitudinal muscles, and they come forward again. This one happens to be moving really slowly, and it looks like there's a layer of water on the ground. Now the bristles, which you can't really see very easily in this video, will assist in helping to hang on to the substrate with the front part of the body as the back part of the body moves forward. And if you'll notice too, notice that here's the clitellum, the swollen part, and it's always towards the head end of the earthworm. So it's about the first third to a quarter of the body. This guy's very stretched out. Okay, so that gets you the sort of idea. Now, I also mentioned reproduction. So first, let me show you this quick video. So someone clearly went out on their patio or driveway and saw these two earthworms mating. So notice they've arranged themselves sort of yin and yang. Here's their clitellum. And they've literally glued themselves together. And some of their body is still actually sticking down in the ground. And here's where they're actually inseminating each other from the seminal vesicles to the other guy's seminal receptacles. So let me show you, you kind of get the picture there. Let me show you this other video that it looks like someone made for a class to explain reproduction. And I don't know why they put this kind of porn-like music on this. I'm going to turn it down. It's nicely narrated for you. By the way, just so you know, that's why you see worms all over the place on a warm, rainy night. It's not because they were, some people think it's because they're drowning and that they couldn't breathe. Yeah, that's not it at all. They come up to find each other so that they can mate. So you're seeing the end of a worm orgy the day after a rainstorm. I love the arty way that they do this with little pieces of paper. Okay, hope you enjoyed these videos and I hope they help to make some of the concepts more clear. See you next time.